I'm Chief Inspector Vane Kerubo. I work here in Langata as the Social Welfare Officer. Basically, I'm Mama Malilio. That's how we like to call it, because I deal with all issues concerning the prisoners and also our staff members and their families, concerning problems, but also in happy times and good times. The first thing a welfare officer does for a new admission is to ensure that issues at home have been settled out. So has the person been sorted out at the courts? Did they leave anything at the police station? Are the people at home aware of where this person is? Do you have a young child who needs to be sorted out and settled out in one way or another? So that's what the welfare officer does at the very beginning. We are very confident in the assistance we get through our stakeholders because, basically the open door policy open the doors to stakeholders and all well-wishers who would like to work with us in the prisons. So whenever we need any kind of assistance, we can be able to stretch out our hand, and the society is also allowed to stretch its hand in and come and support us in any way possible.
My name is Chief Inspector Caroline Baini, in charge industry. Industry is part of the rehabilitation program that we have in prisons. We usually work with the long sentence inmates because the courses that we offer, the duration of the long sentence, an inmate can come in and complete all the courses. We usually have 11 sections. We have embroidery, we have knitting, we have crocheting, we have handcraft, fiber work, beads work, dressmaking, salon, we have pottery. And in the first step when the inmate comes in is booked in for vocational training, where she enrolls as a candidate qualified as a candidate to sit for the grade test. That is the government trade test that she can attain a certificate in grade 3. That's the start point. Then grade 2 and then grade 1. And according to your sentence, if you have 5 years, you take 3 years for training, and then the 2 years for production, where you make use of the skills. And after graduating from the dressmaking, you enroll now to the other skills.
We get donations through the well-wishers, and also rehabilitative programs are supported through these well-wishers. We have church services, faith-based organizations that come in, NGOs, a company, even Parastatal Africa, they can decide to come tomorrow and do a CSR. That is part of being in Langata. The hospitality bit will be done in that section to ensure that both the society out there and the society inside works together.
Kuna kosi mingi sana, na venye hasira nilikuwa nayo nikipigana na huyo msichana juu mimi nilipigana nayo. Nishati nikaomba God tu anisamee, ilikuwa ni vita. Sasa hapa nisha reform, nimejifunza mambo mingi. Kulikuwa na sababu ya Mungu kuingia mahali hapa.
My name is Jacqueline Onyango. I'm in charge of education section. This is the school. We have formal and informal education programs. Formal education programs, we have KCPE exams and KCSE. So basically, those who are eligible to come to school are mainly, we stress on the illiterate ones. Those ones undergo basic literacy classes where you're required to do reading and writing and simple arithmetic. They undergo proficiency tests that's offered by the government. They are grade tests. We have grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. After which we also have a group that dropped out in their primary educations. Those who are still young, between 18 and 35. They do KCPE. First we take them through the classes, class 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If somebody had dropped in class 7, we take them to class 7 and then they enroll for the exams.
My name is Marceline Sikasa, Inspector. I'm in charge of the remand section. In the remand section we have categories of inmates who are still undergoing trial. They have not been convicted yet. We have the ordinary remands and the capital remands. Ordinary remands include the petty offences and the other cases that are not either robbery or murder. The murder cases are under capital remands. and the robbery with violence cases. And so here we basically just containment, and the activities that will be there, like for the industry, are voluntary. They are not legally, they are not supposed to work, but just to keep them busy and to also help them with the rehabilitation and just to keep them busy and help them move on with their cases as they finish.
They do national exams. So far we've done 10 years, around 10 years. And the last year, the highest had 300, and the previous year it was 354. The first group of Form 4 will be doing the exams this year. They've done their Form 1, Form 2, and Form 3 in Langata women prisons, and they'll be sitting for the exam. We do this because you'll find that there are some of them who dropped out in Form 2, Form 3, and they're still young, and their sentences are short but long enough for them to complete the Kenya Certificate of Education. And it is proper that they have certification, because without a certificate it's very easy for you to get a placing if you want to further your education. But it's also that knowledge is just important for you to be able to adapt to the changes that we are having in the country and in our economy in order for you to perform well. Okay, apart from the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education, other trainings that we have basic computer classes. We have the basic packages being trained to the inmates who have O-level education, as well as those who have completed Class 8, those who are able to read and write well and are able to speak in English. They go for the training. The certificates they are awarded they're sponsored by ZTech College in collaboration with one of our stakeholders, Faraja, so that the certificates that they are awarded with are recognized in the market. So that goes for both inmates and staff who are willing to do ICT, because ICT is important for each and every citizen currently. So apart from ICT, we also have students undertaking common law lessons.
The participants in the club are those who are getting ready to go home, and we come together to do different activities in knitting, catering, there is beadwork, and also we have the farm. So whatever money we generate in the club, we use to develop the club and put some as token for assistance when you get home. At the moment we have had up to 7 members who have left the club, and we were able to give them some small amounts of money that they can as a startup capital for the businesses when they get back home, when they get home.
I'm working with an officer, chief inspector. Here, the level of health facility we have here is level 2. That is a dispensary. But somehow different compared to the ones outside the prison, such that we have 4 clinics here. We have a clinic for the staff and the community around. And then we have a clinic for the unconvicted prisoners. Then we have a separate clinic also for the convicted prisoners. And then we have another clinic for the comprehensive care for those who have HIV and TB. And the main services we offer are outpatient services, laboratory services. We also offer maternal and child health care services, antenatal care services, and nutritional care services, environmental health and sanitation services. And then we offer visiting, that is voluntary counseling for HIV, and there is that CCC, care for the HIV and the TB patient. Staff members, we have staff from the prison service and staff from the Ministry of Health. So we're working together. Okay, the dispensary is under the management of our nursing officer, that is the matron, and she's from the Ministry of Health.
My name is Doris Amtos Samase. I'm a lab technologist. I work at Langata Women Prison Dispensary Laboratory. We are 2 lab technologists. The work process starts at around 8:30, and that's when we start receiving our clients, both from the mates and the community from out. And the basic tests we do are malaria. We do random blood sugars. We do hemoglobin levels and many others as routine tests. Here in the lab, the workflow usually starts with knowing the patient first and ensuring that the patient matches with the requisition. After that, we get a sample, and then we proceed with the processing of the sample as per the guidelines of that particular test. And then we dispatch the results and send the patient back to the doctor. If it's an emergency or something that needs to be attended to, we usually take the patient in person to the doctor so that the patient is given priority and treated accordingly.
Hii mkubwa wetu alitulete hapa tuibie Mungu kutoka sisi iko na siku leo 3. Leo ni ya 3. Bila tukaibia Mungu na mnaona mimi niko na hakuna kitanga, lakini hiyo nguvu inabakisha. Ninaomba serikali yetu, ninaniomba etukumbuke.
My name is Sergeant Mary Kamau. I'm a child protection officer. I have done early childhood education. I am also in the welfare office. I usually work for the children. I facilitate the well-being of the children. They come here during the weekdays, working days, because their mothers are being deployed to some work in working parties, and we bring here 8 o'clock, where they come and take their porridge, that is breakfast, and then after taking their breakfast, there are some activities which are being carried here, like playing and changing them, napping them, and they also play with the toys. And also we have swings because we do outside activities.
Other trainings that we have are trainings that are offered by willing stakeholders. They come and sponsor, for example, maybe it's entrepreneurship classes, life skill classes. Like recently we had junior achievers training around 35 inmates in entrepreneurship. We have the President's Award for those who are ages 18 to 24. They undergo trainings, and you may have them being taken through the trainings. I am normally involved, though it falls under the welfare section. So any other training that we find a need of being done in school or we get sponsored is normally undertaken within the school, because we have a law that enables inmates to be enrolled and taken through the classes within the school region.
Depending on the different activities that prisoner will go through, at the very end, we work on a discharge board. In a discharge board, we bring in all stakeholders. They are members of that board, together with the committee that started with that particular client, and then they sit down and find out, is this client ready to go home? Are there issues that have been unresolved back at home? Is the family ready to receive them? The people whom had arguments and disagreements between them, is there need for reconciliation? Does this person have capital to start even a business with the skills that they have gotten and the certificates that they have gotten? And will this person settle back in society and not come back? So that is what a discharge board does. And now we also have aftercare. We work together with the probations and now the stakeholders who have taken up the responsibility of working in aftercare. So these people, we hand them over, and now they are back in society. They are ready to walk out there. so that then our work is done. We also have children who come in with their mothers, that is between 0 and 4 years. The children who come in that way, we try the level best we can to give them the best that a child deserves. I mean, this child did not commit any offense. This child has not wronged anybody. This child is innocent. This child needs that bonding, that relationship, that time to spend with their mother to be able to develop and grow in the right way possible.
My name is Olivia Bell. I'm in charge of Manhattan prison. And in this prison, this is the only maximum women prison in the country. And in this prison we have 2 sections. We have the pre-trial section and we have the convict section. In the convict section, we have, what's the maximum prison, you may find inmates with short sentences, because this is the only prison within Nairobi County. Besides that, it holds longer sentence like life for them, 20, 30, 40 years in prison, imprisonment for convict or successful offenders, and of course a number of trials. We have a number of partners who have come to support the rehabilitation programs in the prisons. Like you probably have seen in the pre-trial area, so resource center whereby Remand, who by law are not supposed to work, but because they're idle, they're encouraged to actually participate in the resource center where they can maybe sewing and their dressing. Some of them do that. We have now diversified into market-oriented kind of programs, as you may have seen in the new bakery. It's also talent promotion, which is also taken here, like modeling. They do model, they do design their clothes, and they also have initiatives of their own, whereby we call it crime support, whereby after training they're able to put in place kind of training that they like, so that crime support, which means that they have themselves have appreciated the fact that crime does not pay, and therefore that's the slogan, crime support. So they're able to come up with something, and any revenue come from that is really kept for them.
Nisha reform, hata nikienda pale raia sitaki mambo mob, sitaki kujihusisha na mambo hata ma friends, ndachagua tu marafiki. Unaona sasa juu zingine unaweza jipata umejiingiza kwa marafiki wabaya. Sasa nimesoma somo nikiwa hapa gerezani, nimesoma somo. Sasa nikienda pale nje kutafuta tu job, nalea mtoi wangu poa, niliacha mtoi mmoja akiwa na mwaka mmoja, sasa ni msichana mkubwa, ako na 11 years.
Besides that, of course, they have this formal and informal education. We also think we have computer section, also education primary section, and also secondary section. Besides that, we also have partners who are supporting our inmates to study law, diploma law class, that is third this year, with an organization from the UK. And the important thing to say that we also have a farm section where we have to come. Besides that, I would say that in putting together with all the programs and interventions that we have put in place, which are focused for integration, with only call on the community like society to accept our inmates back, because they come to the community and they go back to the community, and that's where they belong. They don't belong in the prison setting. So when we done our part, we'll appeal to them as a community, and the partners will come in and also work with the government, with the facility, so that we can concertedly work together towards the integration of our offenders back to the community, so that they can contribute to our development.